I reached them, I say, I don't believe that angels really do exist before I saw you guys.
So everyone, please welcome my good friend, Willie.
I should clap now.
You can clap if you want to. You don't have to clap if you don't want to. Welcome to NG英文. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. I got to see you at an event. I was speaking on the panel at All Hands a week ago, so it's nice to get you into the studio and share a bit about your work and your language journey.
Sure thing. I'm willing to share more about my English learning experience. I hope I can help more people to learn English and their journey.
Yeah, man. Awesome. So the first thing we like to do here on NG英文is give a little introduction about yourself. So who is Willie?
Hi guys. So I'm pretty much a local Taiwanese who started to treat English as a practical language and started to speak English and learn English. So it kind of changed my life, and that's why I'm here today to share more about my self-taught experience and hope you all learn something new every day.
And that transitions us into the wonderful story of Willie's self-taught English learning journey. Where do we even begin? I think it's important to note here that your English learning didn't really start until you were about 18, is that correct?
Correct.
And listen to this man speak now. Incredible. So tell us a little bit about that journey, that origin story of English learning.
Yeah, so that story was actually really interesting and funny. So like you said, I wasn't like this before, before 18 I meant. When I was 18, so I suddenly discovered that actually English is a language, is something you use to communicate, which should be practical. It's not something which stays on the exam paper and you gotta get high scores, everything. So that's changed my thought and also changed my way of learning English and changed my motivation. I'll say that's the word. That's what makes the difference. After really speaking and using English, it changed everything. Maybe I started to meet foreigners or make friends with foreigners, and started to learn more thoughts about others. And well, it's well said that English is like a key for you to open the door to the world. Actually, it's good to say that, but I would like to say it's not really you have to have good English abilities in order to get really good jobs or something like that. Just don't really go through that or be too much pressure, because you should just start with interest, or because it's fun, and then yeah, opportunities will come to you actually.
Yeah, I love that. And you were speaking about the mindset right there, the motivation mindset of understanding that English is not just for test taking or anything like that. It can be fun. And you have actually a great fun story with using English when you were learning it, with approaching some beautiful women on the streets and trying to talk to them. Is that right? Yeah, that was a really, really funny story.
So like I said, I started to speak English when I was 18. So what actually happened was I saw this YouTube video called Funny Pickup Lines. And
pickup lines, yes.
In those videos, people would just reach to girls and told them something like, "Can I get a picture with you? Because I have to prove my friends that angels really do exist." Yeah, so it's something sounds silly but funny and sort of cute sometimes. So back in the days, I thought it was really, really interesting and funny. So one day when I was on my way to see my barber to get a haircut, and I was walking, I saw these really tall and tall and hot Russian models, blonde and all those stuff, that really good shape, everything. So a thought just came up to my mind, why don't I just try out that pickup line? But not really for any purpose, not in order to get their Facebook or to get them a coffee, a drink, anything. It's just for fun, or I didn't even know where that come from. and I'm glad that I did try. I reached them. I say, I don't believe that angels really do exist before I saw you guys. So I was super nervous because I didn't really speak English back in those days, and I wasn't like that. I wasn't like really feeling really comfortable to reach out to people and talk to them, everything, to start a conversation. So I got lost as soon as possible. But I'll say that that's a start to me, because somehow it's really a twist in my life that changed everything. And since then, I felt like a lot more comfortable like talking or reaching out to foreigners and, you know, like speaking normal stuff like to them, you know, because I say something silly to the really hot girls, which was like really high level, but now you're like low level stuff, so it's really simple and much more easier to me since ever.
Yeah, first of all, I just love that, because I know, so you were saying it's kind of like doing pickup lines, and if you can just imagine walking up to someone in another language and saying something about how they look beautiful, or it's already so, like, you feel so nervous.
Sure.
And you did that using English to these beautiful, tall models. And, you know, the thing that I love about it is it was so pure. You were doing it not to try to get their Facebook or not to try to actually date them. You just wanted to kind of try to talk to them and like say some silly things, and they probably laughed and you probably laughed, because you were doing that with the idea of just to practice something. It actually became a way you were like, oh wow, like this is not as hard as it seems. And now when I talk to, you know, a foreigner like me and we're talking about something random, it's way less pressure than talking to tall, beautiful models.
So I'll say like it's always the first step that matters. So I'm glad I did take that first step. I'm glad that this voice did show up in my mind. It was like, do it, Willie, go do it. Yeah, so it was like a miracle actually, but it was really a big change in my life.
Once you really got serious about trying to learn and use English, can you share maybe some tips and advice for our audience here on NG England? What really then helped you continue your knowledge?
Well, first of all, like I would like to share is you can try to talk to yourself, because people were like, where can I practice my English or speaking skills? Like, I got no foreigner friends, I got no one to talk to. But you know what? You are the one who's always on your side and who's like beside you. So try to talk to yourself, but not in a like psycho way, not like hey, like something like that. But you can just be like, oh, I would like to go grab a cup of coffee, but think that in Chinese and try to translate that in English. So day by day, time by time, you're gonna get more used to English thinking. So you're gonna be like pop up with English sentences instead of like Chinese sentences and try to make them into English sentences. But here I'm gonna tell you is you gotta be patient, because it takes time for that practice. So just don't rush it and give yourself some time, and you will see the difference.
I love that. Talking to yourself. You're with yourself all the time. Why not start to kind of talk to yourself in English? And that is actually helping your English thinking. And so beautiful. And being patient with yourself. Great advice, Willie. Awesome, man. Unfortunately, we're coming to the end of the show.
Sure.
Can you believe it goes that fast?
Yeah, time flies.
Well, thank you for joining us on NG England. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to see you very soon with all your hustling ways.